Elder Scrolls Online. This game is definitely a buy to me. I mean, it captivates you. I couldn't say the story itself captivates you for me personally, but say if you like the social atmosphere, if you love a feeling like you can pretty much do or customize however you would like to. Even the emojis are so like diverse and so different, so creative, so funny. Like it's some that I just bust out laughing too, because I mean it's just so funny. Like it really captivates that social atmosphere. I was really iffy about this game when the beta first came out, the early access beta. I played that, and I have to be honest, it was crap. It was complete crap. I didn't even know like what I was playing. Basically, didn't know what was going on. It was boring. I mean, the hit detection was just awkward and weird. But this new one, the new release, the unlimited version after no subscription fees or whatever, but basically they re-released it. It's new. I got it for Xbox One. I had been following it after the beta on its actual release because obviously it was the beta. Didn't expect it to be the complete version of the game, but it had a lot to recover from. I mean, a lot. But basically I had been following it. Some things had interested me that I had always wanted in MMOs that I was seeing in this one as they were patching it up and basically upgrading it. And it was okay, but it wasn't enough to make me like, okay, I'm gonna get this for PC or whatever. But now that they released it for console, which I knew they were going to release it eventually, but I kind of got weary about it because it had been a while since the release for PCs, and they hadn't really talked about it until a late or whatever. But I was just like, maybe it's not going to come out well type of thing. But basically, it released after everything. I'm like, definitely. I mean, Xbox One. I mean, next gen in general doesn't really have any good games to really go out and like play religiously. I mean, there are, but they're remakes. They're not really the new games. You know what I mean? So the only people that's doing that right now is Nintendo Wii U. But I mean, even then, it's still technically can still be considered a remake. But anyway, way off topic. Basically, all I'm trying to say is like,
Captain Larissa never
it came
leaves anyone
out,
behind.
I was more than willing to go ahead and pick it up. Picked it up. Still had a lot of reservations. I watched a lot of reviews and just was really thinking like, is it going to be worth the $60? Basically, all that said, it definitely was. It definitely was.
What have you?
As far as crafting is involved, they really have. To me, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like it could be used, but it's very confusing, and they don't really go into depth about it. I mean, it's not confusing to the point as to like how you do it or somewhat where you do it, but it's just more so confusing as to where you're supposed to locate these things. What exactly do they do when they're equipped to it? Instead, it's just more of, these are the things you need. If you have it, do it.
Did I do that?
This is what you could have, but it
starving
won't
little cabin
be
girl may have
to the
poisoned
point
her
where you
drink.
know
Who
exactly
can
what you'll
say?
have. It'll just be to the
Dare a
point
gore
where
get out?
you know
I'll just be
a
going
rough
then.
estimate of
I
what
told
you're
my
gonna
crew to
have.
gather on the beach.
And I
We're
mean,
gonna make
some
sure
of
they all
them
made it
they
out.
just don't flat
Meet me
out
there
let
and
you
we'll
know.
square
You know
off.
what I mean? It's just more of you just if you're in the habit
Oh,
of
it's
picking
yarn
things
root.
up,
A very nasty local
then
poison.
crafting
kill
will be
her.
easy to you
Not
because
right
you'll go
away.
in there
It starts
and
by dissolving the stomach lining.
you'll
then
just
goes from
already
there.
have certain things because you're just always picking stuff up.
I'd love to stay
but
and watch, but no time.
If
you can stay
you're
if you
just
like.
going
It's
like
actually her
solely
poison,
just to be like,
kept
yo,
for
let me
slaves who
see
disobey.
how to craft. Let me go to
There's
the
an
crafting
antidote
table.
on the dresser if your heart
It
bleeds
won't
enough.
tell you pretty much anything. I mean, they hint at it, you know what I'm saying, but they don't really go into depth of what you need. But there will
Feeling
be
mildly
like merchants
disappointed?
that will sell
I leave it up to
exactly
you.
what you need or whatever.
Meet me on the
but,
beach once
I
you're
mean,
done here and we'll
as
settle
a
up.
low level money
Just
scarce,
watch your boots.
you a scrub.
She'll start vomiting
You
soon.
get money like scrubs. Like the most you'll be purchasing with, in my opinion, well, from my experience, I should say, the most you'll be purchasing money-wise will be more space because you're trying to, well, for me, I'm trying to basically get as many things as I can to sell to get money or to craft to be able to sell. But as far as guilds go, like, this is where the game kind of has a drawback to me. A lot of things aren't very straightforward, so it's just more so through talking to the community or shifting through so many things and kind of just somehow having it click for you. Like it's not gonna click for everybody, but I mean, I still have not found out how to join a guild. Like, I know this sounds noobish or whatever, but I still haven't been able to find a guild. Like, the most I can do is go to a little guild thing or whatever, and they'll just tell me I'm not in the guild. I don't know if you go to an NPC to like search for guilds. I don't know if you just come up to somebody and they're just randomly in a guild, and then how do you even do that part? You know what I'm saying? So whatever the case is, I don't know how to do guilds right now. I'll be more than thankful for anybody to comment and let me know. I mean, I'm gonna try to Google it after this video anyway, but I just wanted to, like I said, push out a review for you guys of early gameplay, basically. Let's talk about connectivity. The network, I mean, I've had hops and skips there, but I can't really fault them for it because I mean, I have somewhat mediocre connection, and the fact that I can still have as many players as I do in the realm at one time with my connection, to me, makes me feel like this connection would be really good with really good internet, because it's just certain things that even my internet can't do currently like it used to. But I haven't really seen this game like take away from the network connectivity like usually it would do with a mediocre connectivity, as far as like having other players involved and what have you. Now it is like jumpy or laggy at times, but again, that could either be from my mediocre connectivity or just because, I mean, it's an MMO. It's gonna be times where the game's gonna basically slow down to a freeze. Makes the game feel like it's almost screaming to you and demanding you to pay with real money to be able to do certain things in the game. Because I mean, it's a lot of good things. Which I mean, this part, what I'm gonna say, could be a plus or a minus, but like it's a lot of things that are like really cool to the point where you're like, dang, I really want that. You know what I mean? I really want my character to be there, because I feel like my character
now!
could legit. You can still get in-game money, but you're going to be grinding for a long time, and there's still certain things that you can't get with in-game money that you do have to buy with money that makes you feel the same way. But these things aren't things that you necessarily will need in the game, as far as when it comes to the restrictions of paying with your own money. At that point, it's just, they just look so legit, like they were so withholding with things that you can grind for in game that are like way above the means of a real price in my eyes, to the point where the things that they have where you have to pay for, they're the best things. Because I mean, it's really not much for the things that you can grind for. I mean, you can, they do the same thing, but the skins are, worlds different. Like for pets, you can grind for like a small crab or whatever, and versus pay real money for a Black Panther. Like, what do you think somebody's gonna really want at the end of the day? Am I gonna spend my hours grinding for this small crab, or am I gonna get this big panther to where I look like a badass? You know what I mean? Like, obviously there's gonna be some people who just love crabs at the end of the day, as crazy as that may sound. But still, like, the majority, 9 times out of 10 people are gonna gravitate towards the panther before the crab. And how punishing it is to grind for such things or whatever, it just makes you more like, damn, I would just rather pay this money and have what I want now than versus grind out for this that I really don't want, but it's something that would still be kind of cool to have. You know what I mean? So, I mean, there's that. You will see a lot of money grabs in the situation. Not bad money grabs to the extent of how you see in most games where they give you the bare minimum and they're asking for so much. This instead is just more so you get your money's worth, but it's only because you already got the bare minimum, if that makes any sense. The community is very comical, very fun, very friendly, like you would expect in a lot of well-known MMOs. I mean,
how can I help?
Usually you would have a couple people here and there very not helpful in the situation, but I feel like the only reason why we haven't had any of that so far is because, I mean, the game is fresh for a lot of console users, so it's more of a engaging moment where people are trying to get their bearings than more so try to just troll people all day. But I mean, they do help. I hate to like turn people away, but there are certain things that you have to look out for. I mean, even say for instance the text, you can't text the chat. I really feel like eventually they're gonna have it to where you can text the chat in the update, but I mean, that's only because I'm sitting here saying at the end of the day that's what MMOs use. That's like the core thing. You don't want mad people in the same area yelling on the mic or just being on the mic doing absolutely nothing but causing noises that nobody wants to hear. With that said, you still have quick chat, but I mean, the quick chat is just select things that they already preset for you. It hasn't really been anybody very talkative. This is Xbox. Every console comes with that, so there's really no excuse for anybody to not talk, but it could just be more so of a criticism to other players, solely because there's really no other forms of communication, and nobody wants to hear 20 people, yammering at once. So, I mean, when you do actually have the conversation with others, I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty fun. It makes the game more engaging. But even when you don't communicate with people and you just happen to be in the same dungeon with somebody, I mean, they help. Sometimes they don't help. Sometimes they do their own thing. They just want to, I guess, experience it by themselves. But at the same time, it's people who will help you. And I mean, it really comes in handy with bosses when you're at low level. I mean, obviously, any MMO is the same way. But I mean, here, it's for the community when it comes to dungeons and just random other people on the same adventure. The controls are amazing to me. I really have no problems with it. I mean, everything feels like how it should. Like, if I were to play any action adventure game, the controls would pretty much be the same. I mean, there's certain things that are carried over for MMOs where you have to, do combinations of buttons to do certain things or whatever. But I mean, a lot of games are kind of getting to that status things to make things a lot more quicker when transversing through different things for games. And this one does it very well in my opinion. And I mean, it's not a hard, even if you were new to the whole situation, it's not a hard, in my opinion, it's not hard at all to learn, to pick up, to understand. I mean, you would have to be extremely fresh to video games. Like, this would have to be your very first video game you ever picked up. I mean, for that person, it would be a bit intimidating, but still, if you have the time to learn it, I mean, it's just that simple to learn. The graphics are pretty beautiful. I mean, the surroundings, the areas, the environments, it's very beautiful and immersive. It'll get you into the game a lot more, especially with the music that you'll hear just for every area that's fitting. And I mean, things that your characters will say and the NPCs will say sometimes. I mean, sometimes you just like, oh, why would the NPC like just randomly blurt out to you and you like across the way from them or whatever. But I mean, I guess that's just how the atmosphere was in those that era of setting.
As you
But,
see, Headman Bosek's trust in my
it
skills
really
was
isn't
not
a drawback
misplaced.
to me.
Nor
I
was
mean,
my
I like
faith in
it.
your
It makes it
prowess.
feel like you're
Will you
actually
assist
in the world. Things are
Despite the
going
age of these
on,
ruins,
especially when
I
other
suspect
people are
the
running
usual
around doing
defenses are in
things.
place.
The money
As I am
system,
averse to
the money
danger, would
system
you
for
explore
me
the ruins to
is
locate any Dwemer?
very,
I suppose I'm the
I
only
should
one who
say,
calls
very
them that.
grinding, very sluggish.
Independently apportioning
Like,
dynamo core
You're
is a
going to be
mouthful,
pretty much broke.
but the Dwemer
as
built
a
them
low
to
level.
last for
You're
generations.
going to be broke. You're
I
only
say
going to
generators to honor their
really devote
enduring
your money
nature.
to a particular cause of whatever you're trying to do, like
This control
straight out
rod
the
will
gate.
keep
For
our
me,
new
it
friend
was just
loyal
more
to
so
you. I suspect the
having
generators
more
have been damaged
space.
over the years.
There's
You'll
a
need
lot
to
more
escort
that
the
I
spider
could
to
cover in
each
this,
and bid
but
it to
I feel
repair
like the
them.
video would just be a mad long review on something. So, I mean, if you like this early impressions, this early review, you know, whatever I'm gonna call it. If you like it, you know what I'm saying, like, thumbs up, subscribe, comment, tell me your opinions about the game. Because I mean, after everything said, I love the game. After I get off of here, I'm going to play the game some more. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see what I can do new. Like, see what I can explore. Like, this is still an awesome game at the end of the day. Like,